Very, very impressive. So he stays on the sticks. It's now going to be him versus BX3 Phenom in losers semis. After that, we're going to run the winners finals. Keep in mind, it's Razor Sien versus GRPT Haitani. 2 players, like you said, who have won premieres so far. Punk also up in that level of play. Phenom, he did it last year.
Well,
this game doesn't have consistency, James, and I am very skeptical of that.
Well, we have 3 players here who are premier winners waiting here to see if they can get a second one.
Yeah.
Phenom trying to get his first one here in Season 2.
Correct.
In Season 2. But again, 2 players here you can see right now, just they're so young, both of these guys. Like you said, just turned 21 did Phenom, and of course, Punk's still, what, 18,
That's
19?
years in the future.
Yeah.
Years in the future.
That's like a whole 1/6 of his life.
Right, that feels like forever.
Exactly, exactly. You see the 2 players here having a good laugh, discussing some stuff.
So looking for Nikali versus Karen. Some people, like we said before, will go with somebody else rather than Karen, but I don't think that's going to be the case for Punk. He's just been so strong. No real need to change things up. He did beat Noble Vagabond. I assume it was with Karen, although I didn't see it. But there's a strong Nikali that he took out along the way. Now we have these final 4. Phenom, Punk, and Sien Haitani. Those are players from 4 different countries. Those are players with different styles. Haitani and Phenom have the same character, Nikali, but not the same style, really. More on the active, sort of offensive end of things. But Haitani also shows times where he was willing to play very patiently.
Right. It's interesting because both Phenom and Haitani both kind of willing to throw caution to the wind.
Sure, they can both play risky.
Stuff.
Sure.
But it's weird because I still feel like they play very different style Nikalis,
Yeah. You can have risk be a commonality among different styles. But I would say one of the big things, and I've been harping on this, is that all 4 of these guys have fantastic movement.
Yep.
So we have losers semis coming up. Winner will move into losers finals. Loser is out of here.
But definitely watch how much more like Phenom. I mean, we'll see if he does this here, but Phenom is very dash heavy. Punk is more willing to just kind of walk you down into the corner.
Great.
Oh my God, he had the confirm on the counter hit and the stand heavy punch.
Yep, looking for it. Look at this, already in the corner. But Phenom's mission is accomplished. He already has trigger.
Yep.
Nice play by Phenom to get trigger.
And he even got one of those EX uppercuts to catch on Punk.
Now Punk's still harassing there. Blocks it out. Safety first stuff. Look at this corner control. Just hanging.
Man.
It was not like he was pressing in that situation. He was just at a range where he could control. And if he saw Phenom jump, okay, no big deal. If he saw him on the ground, all right, react.
Yeah, I can honestly say, like, once Punk gets you into the corner, it feels like prison. It is like a jail there.
You're in cage.
Because it's so hard to get out of there, but Phenom manages to do that with a well-placed standing heavy kick crush counter. Oh, and here comes Punk right back in here. Guess what? We're in the corner, so that's 1 throw, but yeah, not going to go for multiple. That's punishable. So Phenom going to get some good damage off that. Just goes for 1 uppercut because he wants to save the meter.
Very close. For Punk. Oh, okay, no, he didn't see it.
Yeah, he was. Oh, but you know what? He got it anyway. And of course, Punk rather would go for the EX combos because I bet you it's more fun for him to do than just go to the critical art. Punk takes game number 1.
He did all the things he needed to do. And that second round, certainly, Phenom looked better, but still. Lots of great control and reactions and awareness by Punk.
We always say a win is a win, right? But unfortunately, a loss is also a loss. So even though he looked better on there, wasn't able to take that round. So can be encouraging, like, hey, I did better, but it also can be discouraging, like, man, I did a lot better and I still lost.
Look at that spot. He reacts to the jump so well, but Phenom with the great button choice. A lot of people who feel caged there, they will try to look for a way out with a jump or with something like that, but buttons are often a better solution, and that was a great timing for Phenom.
That's twice now that he has managed to get out of the corner by using the heavy kick crush counter. Oh, nice. There's that delay on that dive kick that he used to beat Alex.
Okay, Punk got what he could do. Slowly chasing down. Super! Yes, built it. And again, he did this sort of chase down style. And although in that second round of the first game, Phenom had some great pressure, other than that, it has mostly been him on the back foot, being chased, having to deal with being cornered, looking for ways out rather than actively looking for what he wants.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you know, Phenom does want the momentum. Punk, probably one of the best at taking momentum away from you.
Oh,
and
twice!
You know what? I feel like in this top 8, those 2 times were the first time anyone has blocked Phenom's wake-up EX uppercut.
Yeah.
So, you know, I keep joking that Phenom says he's the master of that, but Punk's saying, like, nah,
Yeah, I'd love to see that percentage, Sir Retro.
I'm the alpha. I'm the alpha, he says.
Phenom trying to outrange. I love the jump timing there. And Punk
Walking
is just
under,
playing patiently, just not overcommitting, not doing anything too wild, waiting it out. He knows Phenom needs to make the approach. What? What a whiff punish. Sweep at that spot.
Man.
He's so ready.
He was waiting for it.
So
he was
ready.
waiting for it. And that's the thing, is I think when Punk was sitting there, he was just like, you know what? He's going to try to use my lack of buttons as a method of getting in. And he was just waiting, and yeah, there it was. As soon as he dashed forward, he had the throw all ready to go.
How many situations now have been like that? Punk being in a confident spot and just playing there. Reacting to a jump, reacting to a dash, occasionally his own button, but not overpressing. That's such strong play. Again!
Yeah. Baiting that out, and unfortunately, even though with no invincibility, still a crush counter.
He punished that with fierce.
Yeah, Punk uses Karen stand fierce like nobody else.
Nobody else. Phenom again is in this spot.
Wow, that round
to
was
get
barely
out.
missing. Yeah, see, there you go. Now Punk connects with the wake-up EX.
Phenom has just been living in that left corner.
Hey, you know what? To Justin's credit so far, he's the only one that's taken a game off of Punk recently. Punk has the opportunity to go 3-0 against Phenom now. He is working his way all the way back to grand finals after losing to CJ Truth in semis yesterday.
That's right.
Oh, but here we go. Phenom gets one command throw.
Finally a corner situation for Phenom. It's been a while, and this one he does capitalize on. He's going to be close to the round. He's a mix-up away.
Oh, boy.
That said, he's in the corner all of a sudden. We've seen how well Punk has controlled it. Will he get a stun?
Close to stun.
Super instead? No. Saves it.
He's going to save it. And
Super? No. Oh, he must have done something.
He
Actually,
did touch a button.
I guess I don't know really whether Karen's Super would have won in that situation, but he might have already committed anyway.
Right. I mean,
I would think he could have done EXTP to get out of it if he had not been busy, so he probably was.
Right. And I didn't see a look from Punk like, what the, you know, like there was no shock on him. It was almost like, yeah, you know what, I did touch a button.
So much better round for Phenom.
Oh,
And
okay, here we go.
Look, he's now enforcing what he wants to do. It's been tough for him to find the opportunities, but his jumps have been better. Okay, very important notification by Punk. He saw the jumps counting, and now what's he looking for? Jumps.
Yep. Here we go, activates the V-trigger, almost has a critical art. If he gets one hit right now, look at all this great health! It just all went away! It might as well have not blocked all those moves anyway! Here it is! Oh my god, finally gets the EX uppercut to connect!
Phenom for his tournament life.
Ooh, you are crazy, Punk, but you pulled it out! You got the EX Rasenha as the anti-air, and after getting blown up that whole round, Punk made the comeback.
Yeah, and he did it by noticing that the jumps were starting to count from Phenom, right? Anti-air. After that, he had the ground control, and then when he got the corner, what did Phenom try? Jump, and Punk was ready for it again. We're going to see some of this here. Right, so Phenom having excellent control.
One
just like that,
anti-air.
he realized, oh, I'd been hit by jump fierce. Okay. Again.
Yep, another anti-air.
And then he controls the ground just like that. And you can see Phenom just trying to block it out, just trying to play this patient
But look
stuff.
at all the gray health that gets built up here.
Right.
Watch this one crouch medium kick, boom, all gone.
Yeah. And just excellent control. That was pretty wild.
I don't know what that was, but it worked out for him.
Right, so now that he's in this situation, he knows that he's pretty close to chip. I love him coming in with the V-trigger here just to enforce his situation. And he was crouching. And you know what that crouch was about? You're going to jump. I got my controllers already in the down. All I need to do is rotate it a little bit, and press the buttons, and I'm going to anti-air you.
Yeah, and the nice
he
thing
just was so ready.
Nice thing about that anti-air is it does hit above her a little bit pretty decently, harder to jump over that. I think Phenom was trying to get to a range where he might have been able to cross up, but didn't work out for him.
You know, Phenom had also battled, as we said, from the corner pretty well with buttons. It might have been that he was expecting that Punk would look for buttons more rather than the jump at that situation, but Punk was ready for that.
The one thing I'll say about Punk, and you know, I feel this way about a lot of the other stronger players here in Street Fighter V, is that if you feel like you can condition players into thinking a certain way, that will be your downfall, because guys like Punk are just unconditionable. They are just absolutely unconditionable. Like,
same with Phenom, really. But,
right.
But when you're at that level, it's really about who gets things started first. If you look back at that set and many of the sets we've had so far today, if somebody gets put in the corner, they're going to take some damage. If they get knocked down, mix-ups might work. You know, it's just name of the game is avoid that.